Yeah, but can you start off at the very beginning now?
Sure.
I think I fixed it.
Okay. Welcome to the Tuesday, September 16th meeting of the Sustainability Committee. My name is Diana Cohane. Can everybody please introduce themselves?
Kristen Keegan.
Carolyn Scafidi.
Debbie Schneider.
Tony Busher.
Thank you. The following meeting is being recorded and broadcast by Tyngsborough Media. The meeting is available through our local cable access channels on Comcast and Verizon Fios, and as a live stream on our town website. A recording of this meeting will be available through the video on demand portion of our town website. Okay, first order of business is citizens and business time. Seeing no one here, we will continue with the second order of business, which is to discuss our upcoming events. The first event that we will be attending is the September 27th Health and Safety Fair. We had talked about bringing back some of the smaller games that we used at the last Health and Safety Fair, and we want to talk about handouts, whether we want to continue asking folks to fill out the survey. I think we need a flyer with the upcoming events to tell folks about, and I want to have the Recycle Center poster again, the picture. People still, it's amazing that some people still don't know about that. So what do you think about the games? Should we repeat that again?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. And how do we get the games?
I can pick them up.
Can you pick them up?
Yeah.
Okay, that would be awesome. I didn't ask the town to pay for them yet, but
Oh,
she
okay.
billed way back when we first talked about it.
Oh, okay.
So I'll take care of that part of it.
All right. I just have to need the address again.
Yeah.
I know it's in Lexington.
I'll send that out to you.
I can see the house. It's pretty.
It's either going to be Lexington or Natick.
Oh, right. We dropped them back off in Lexington.
Right.
We got them from Natick.
Right.
Kathy picked them up. That's why I didn't remember that.
Okay.
I didn't do it.
And I will do the flyer with the upcoming events, put together one flyer. I'll send it to you all to make sure that it's what we want to cover. What do you think we should have for handouts this time?
All I know is not as many.
Yes, we had too much last
Yeah.
time. What should our focus be?
Or if we do something about, it's right before Repair Cafe and Zero Waste Day,
Right,
so
Right.
flyers about those.
Yeah.
right,
And then maybe more
Yeah.
information about the recycling center.
Mhm.
yep, okay.
Yeah.
So just keep it as simple as that,
Yeah.
okay?
Because we really
Too
want
much
that
people
repair
are like,
cafe
what am
out.
I
Yeah,
looking
Yeah.
what I'm looking at, yeah.
We really want that repair cafe. We got to talk that up.
And I don't think that the results we got from the survey were enough to let us know that we should do the workshops and not the movie series, so I'm not sure if we really want to ask folks to do the survey anymore, unless you guys want to gather more information. It can't hurt if we
Right.
want to do that.
It seems like they're all for the workshops. I mean, we see much about the movie series.
Are we gathering their email addresses in that?
No. No, it's just an anonymous survey. So if we're going to use the information, we should keep asking them, but if we're not going to use it,
Yeah, it's just,
yeah, okay. Okay. The only thing I might add to that is whether we want to put out some sort of handout about the reduced delivery rate for homes with heat pumps this winter. Just letting folks know about that.
Okay.
Do you know, Tony, if there's something out there that's a,
there's $1,200 for taxes back if you do it before the end of the year. And then
Right.
heat pumps are rebates up to $10,000.
so do we want to put something for people with that?
And
Something
actually,
things
heat
that-
pump installation, depending on your income, could be up to 100% off.
Right,
So lower income families in town could take care of, 100% of the cost. That would be huge.
so Tony, do you think you could make a one-page summary of these incentives that are gonna be done by the end of the year, and include the thing about the service, reduced delivery rate. I think they told us what it's gonna be now, right?
Yeah, I have to check on that. I have some links and I have a description for the Mass Save incentives for heat pumps.
Yeah, okay.
A lot of those incentives are staying too.
They're
into
staying.
2026.
See, I think people don't understand what's going away and what's staying. So if we could just find a way to summarize that in one page and hand that out.
Because it's a state,
It's a state.
it's not
There's
federal.
state and, there's some federal stuff,
Still?
yeah,
Yeah. Not a lot.
not a lot, but it would be good for people to know. And know that they need to look out for, if they do have a heat pump, that they should be paying, they should be getting a discounted delivery rate on their National Grid bills over the winter. I think it starts in November. I think it's like a 6-month thing, but,
I might have to add that. That would be an additional incentive. There
yeah,
are several incentives that are additive,
okay,
including a few different state incentives. So you got the free financing through the heat loan program, you got the rebate, and then you have the reduced delivery charges through National Grid,
right,
which I didn't think about when I put together the table,
right,
which we're reviewing,
okay,
and I'll share with everybody here.
Okay.
So there's a lot of incentives available in the state of Massachusetts and in National Grid territory,
okay.
and through the,
Yeah, and we can just focus on National Grid because that's our provider here.
so that's good information. Yeah, so there might be a few links for that. Or maybe we have to put a bigger description in there for that, to let people know.
Right. Something that just tells them what they are, and then they can go find more information out themselves.
Okay.
Maybe we could embed, no, those QR codes keep expiring now.
And they're
Doesn't
hard
work.
because people are looking on their phone. It's not like they're looking on a laptop or a desktop
Yeah.
where they can
Oh,
scan
and
with their phone.
Yeah,
But like even through that, we can promote our home energy
Right.
link to try to promote them going through our partnership.
so whatever we put together for the flyer, even if it's two-sided, that's okay. Then we can break that information down into smaller pieces and put it out on social media over time. Does that sound good? Okay,
Yeah, that sounds good.
all right, good. I'll work with you on that, Tony, and you're helping Tony too with getting all your information into one.
Yeah, I can actually give you all of this
Awesome.
today because I've got copies.
Okay.
Okay, so who's going to be able to be at the Health and Safety Fair? What time is it running again?
11 to 2, no, 10 to 1.
10
I'm
to
looking
1.
at the beehive.
Yeah.
10 to 1,
10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
yeah.
It's okay, so we have Carol,
I'm not available.
you're not available?
I
Okay,
think I am. I think it's the next weekend that I have something.
Okay.
I just need to double check.
and Tony, how about you?
September 27th?
Yeah, Saturday,
Yes.
great, okay. And I will pop in and out, but I have another commitment in Chelmsford that day too. They're having their Fall Fest that day. Okay,
Where's the Health and Safety Fair again?
it's gonna be at the elementary
Elementary
school
school.
this
Elementary
year.
school, great.
Yeah,
And the recycling center poster is in the big
Thank you.
conference room. over
conference
there.
room, thank you for
I put
remembering
it
that.
there, that's where it should be.
That's where it should be. Excellent.
Because last time we couldn't find it.
Yes, yes,
But we finally did.
we finally did. Okay,
Great.
that's
We
great.
knew it was in this building somewhere.
Okay, so we'll coordinate by email before that event to see who's bringing what pieces. I think, Carol, if you focus on the games, then between the rest of us, we can get the rest of the stuff there. Okay. Repair Cafe. It is not clear whether we have enough volunteers to do the repairing at this point. Keith said he's sending out a request for volunteers today or tomorrow, hopefully today. So I don't think we want to start advertising this until we're sure we're going to do it. I have some flyers. If everybody could take some of them to put around once we decide we're going to do it, but at least you'll have the flyers in your hand, okay? And in terms of our group, who did we say could be there? I can be there. I know, Carol, you said
I
no.
can't be there.
Keith said he can't be there.
Keith can't be.
I can't be there.
Kristen can't. Deb?
I don't think I can be there. I have to talk to Ron. Ron usually goes to.
Yeah, I
That's
actually
right,
sent him
Ron.
a text message.
It's our granddaughter's birthday
Oh.
that day.
Okay,
So that's
so you're not sure what the
yeah,
plan is?
I'm not sure what time.
Okay,
I will let you know.
okay. And Carol, you said you're not in town? Okay. And Tony, are you around?
It's my daughter's birthday party on the
It's a
18th.
big birthday day.
Yeah.
It's Sean's birthday
Okay.
weekend.
Okay, so we have
Um,
me and, that's it right now. I mean, the Rotary Club will, they'll
Yeah,
have
the Rotary
members there
Club,
too.
yeah.
It's just whether we have enough people that know how to fix things.
Right,
All I
exactly.
do is check people in.
Yeah.
That's about the limit of my knowledge.
Yeah.
I could untangle a
Same
few
here.
shades, that's about it, but,
Mhm.
all right. So we're going to have to decide that over email.
Okay.
Because by the time we have our next meeting, it'll be the week before. and
Right.
That's way too late. Okay. All right, on to Zero Waste Day, November 1st.
I can do that one.
Yay. Okay, Debbie can be there. Tony, November 1st,
I can go there,
9 to 12. Great.
absolutely.
Okay. And Kristen, are you around or
I'm
not?
50/50.
50/50.
I have a conference to go to, I just don't know if my flights, if they booked me for Saturday or for Sunday.
Oh, gotcha.
And, I mean, they could have booked me for Saturday night, in which case, so,
Okay.
I should know that this week, though.
Yeah, and we have time to flesh this out, and I can be there too. And my pen's running out. But have we confirmed all the vendors?
I pretty much so, I'll double, I mean, because at the last one, and then some people got back, I just.
Right, okay.
I'll send it out again.
So Carolyn will confirm.
Yeah.
We
Confirm.
have, the humidifier company from Massive coming,
The
the
humidifier?
dehumidifiers to
Oh, right.
recycling program.
Right.
Oh,
They
did
are
you-
coming,
Okay, good.
and Mass Save, Homeworks Energy is coming.
Can you explain that dehumidifier thing again?
Yeah, they were doing, through Mass Save, they're doing a big push for recycling them, and I believe they get credit. Let me see if I can pull it up.
I think it's $30 for turning in your,
Something, if they recycle it through the program.
So there'll be somebody there to collect
Yeah, they'll-
dehumidifiers?
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to make the flyer.
$30 for turning in your old working dehumidifier.
And how do they give that to you? They're
It's
gonna
a
give you 30.
rebate, so,
It's a rebate. So they give you like a coupon or
it
something, or
towards the
a
new- is it-
website you go to, or?
Is it towards the new dehumidifier?
the rebate, which will be mailed to them after submitting an application.
Okay.
So
Oh, so
they'll
it's
give
probably
you
a check.
something at the event,
Right.
and then you fill it out
And you fill
and
it out.
send it in and you get a check,
Wow.
so.
Can I let someone else take my dehumidifier?
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
I just bought a bigger one.
So Mass Save will
A better
come,
one.
or Homeworks Energy?
It's a program that Mass Save is offering, so they have, a company who does it, which is. Let's see,
Gonna need that little one.
I'm trying to find it in here.
it is a check. Please allow 6 to 8 weeks for rebate processing.
Oh,
Okay.
they get a check,
Get a
and then
phone
they
number.
use that check to go buy a new dehumidifier or not? Is it,
So you going to zero waste? I'll give my dehumidifier.
No,
doesn't
regulations that I see.
It just says that it's a check.
Thank you for your working dehumidifier. Here's a check for $30 for
Okay,
turning that in.
great,
I don't know what they do with it once they get the dehumidifier,
right.
but they might recycle some of it.
Let's hope so.
So that's at the Zero Waste or the America Recyclables Day?
That's at Zero Waste.
Zero waste day.
That is at Zero Waste? Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
bring
we
your
can flesh
dehumid,
that out.
Bring your
I'll
working
find it in
dehumidifier.
here
Yes.
while we're
What form?
talking, but
For $30,
I don't remember the guy's name, I think it was Bob.
Okay. That's all right. So I will have the flyer, create space for that in the flyer.
So who else is gonna be there besides me?
Oh, we've got Debbie, Tony, Kristen, 50/50 Kristen, and me.
Okay.
I don't know about Keith and Amy. But again, we also have hopefully some help from the Rotary Club.
Yeah.
And maybe some of our
Some high school
select
kids.
people.
What do we need to do to prepare for that one? Do we need volunteers or anything like that for Zero Waste Day?
The cones.
Too much.
Is Liz gonna be involved with that, or she's not involved with
Oh,
anything
that's a good
anymore?
question. I can ask.
And putting out signs around town.
Okay.
Well, we usually put the signs around town after the Repair Cafe,
Oh, that's right.
right?
Hmm.
Because we put it around like 2 weeks before.
Right.
So, but it sounds like we might be doing those, we might be doing them after the next meeting in October. We'll hand everybody a couple signs to go, where you're gonna put them. Does that sound good?
Mhm.
Okay.
It's Bill with TRC Companies. So TRC Companies is the company that Mass Save subcontracts to collect the dehumidifiers
Okay,
at dehumidifier events.
okay.
And they'll be promoting it as a community event on their website also.
Okay, great.
Is this something new?
I think it's fairly new.
Okay.
When I looked into it, this was back in April, May. There were only, I think, 4 other events scheduled randomly, like throughout Massachusetts.
Okay.
So, and nothing close by.
Okay.
So,
This is great if they
Yeah.
can come up here.
absolutely.
So I can get the cones this time. Kristen, you have the,
I have my
The label
open house
signs.
signs, yeah.
but not the around town signs. Either you have them or I have them.
You have them.
Okay,
I give them back to you.
okay.
Are there certain places that you put the signs?
Yes, we
Yes,
have the list.
I have the
And the
list.
Oh, she has the
In
list.
fact, I got it right here.
So at the next meeting, will you be at the next meeting?
Yes,
Okay, at the next meeting, we'll have the signs and the list and then
I
we'll
got
just
them.
decide.
I
who's
have
going.
them as to where they go.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. All right, so in terms of volunteers, the problem we've had in the past is sometimes we have too many volunteers and they're standing around.
Mhm.
But yet, I also want the kids looking for volunteer hours to have another venue. So maybe we should just put it to the principal that we're having the event and if they have any seniors that want volunteer hours. Or
Mhm.
I guess not just seniors.
Right,
Yeah,
juniors.
just juniors too, the on
Yeah.
side. I've got some names from the block party, from kids that I had to sign for. and I
Oh,
Nice.
I have their names and emails and phone numbers.
That's awesome.
They want to get more hours in.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
I think they're juniors now or something.
Yeah, so they probably still need that in.
Yeah,
do you want to approach those first? Because we don't want too many.
okay.
Do you have them as a list? of
I
who-
have 2 names.
Okay.
The other ones, I think maybe, I have Jordan, yeah.
Or should we just leave it open for whoever
I could
comes
just, you can
forward?
leave it open.
Leave it open. All right, I'll do that. Okay, America Recycles Day is November 15th, and so I was thinking, what can we do to celebrate that or to commemorate that? And I thought we've also talked about wanting to do a tour of the municipal recycling facility or municipal recovery facility. I don't know what those letters stand. The MRF, Waste Management, is in Billerica, and that's where they sort all of our recyclables. So I sent something to Sean, who is the assistant town manager, because I don't have a contact for that. And he thinks that's a great idea, and he's gonna look in to see if we can schedule a tour on that day. And we would just put it out to the community for who wants to join us
Oh, okay.
on the tour. It might be limited, you know, we did this probably 15 years ago when I was on recycle committee. We went and did a tour there. It's really interesting.
I bet.
Yeah, it really is.
Can
We
you-
also did a tour of the, where we burn the trash, the place where our trash goes to burn. That was really interesting. But because it's recycle day, I think it should be the MRF, not the,
So the
Garbage.
15th is a
It's a Saturday.
Saturday?
oh, it's a Saturday.
Yeah.
15, 16, 17.
I'll be in
15,
Houston.
16,
I just know it's November
Yeah.
15th, but I didn't
Houston.
realize.
Yeah, I'll be Amsterdam.
Are you sure? No, November, oh, I'm on October.
Yeah.
I'll be in
November
Amsterdam,
15th,
15th, 16th, 17th, yeah.
I'll be
It's
fine.
the end of the cruise.
Yeah, they might not do tours on Saturdays, but
Hmm.
we could do it either the day before on the 14th or the Monday after on the 17th, something like that. I don't think they do tours on Saturdays. What,
Can you
you're
just-
not around either
No,
one?
I'm not back till the
Yeah, I'm in
18th,
Houston and
19th.
she's in Amsterdam.
So,
Oh,
can you go at any time to take a tour?
yeah, you have to schedule them.
Yeah, yeah,
So
okay.
we could change the date.
No, I mean, I could always take the tour. I mean, that's what I'm just saying, if I could,
Oh, I don't
if
know.
I miss it,
I don't know.
no?
Joe Schmo can call up and say, can you come for a
Can I get
I
tour?
wanna go on a tour.
Because they put on, you know, they put hard hats on you and vests and
Oh,
walk
okay.
you around and stuff.
Okay, so it's
But
gotta be a group.
yeah, I think it's only gonna be groups, but I could
Okay.
try to do it like for the 19th.
That's cutting it close. Don't push it around for me,
Right.
Okay.
because when you travel, you just never know what's gonna happen when you're
Okay.
abroad like that.
Okay, all right, so we'll see what comes of that, and I'll let you know by email,
Okay,
all right?
yeah.
And the next one is workshop series. I've been meeting with Megan, who is she is the sustainability consultant on NIMCOG, the Northern Middlesex Council of Governments. And we've been talking about, you know, what could we do for a workshop series? And we came up with these three, and I wanted to get your feedback on that. One of them is why local food systems are important to sustainability. And we were thinking we could invite local farmers to that, to that workshop, and talk about why it is important to buy local as much as possible, whether you're talking about fruits, vegetables, and even meat. The other one is, are you prepared for a climate disaster? And what should you have in your home to be prepared? And what should you be thinking about in terms of your community, you know, your local community? Do you know who you should be checking on? Do you know what supports people have around you, so that you know how to prioritize who to help if there's ever a climate disaster. So it's that type of thing. And your yard can support climate resiliency, and there we can get into pollinator gardens and native plants, things about not using fertilizer because of the runoff and what it causes, the stormwater management issues and stuff like that. So those were the three. Now, we had talked about backyard composting and resources for improving energy efficiency and bringing renewable energy to your home. So I don't know if you would put any of those in place of one of those three. And that's really up for discussion. What do you all think?
I mean, they were all great topics. We can even keep these topics and do another series after this.
Okay, keep the other one for the, okay. Yep. And what she was saying was, in terms of are you prepared for a climate disaster, it turns out that our town has a municipal vulnerability plan that expires at the end of this year. It was written like 5 years ago, and it expires at the end of this year. So they are looking for kind of ambassadors, people within the community that are very interested in this and trying to then work towards the next plan. What's the next step So she thought that could help
Yeah.
pull out those people
Definitely.
for the community.
Yeah.
Okay?
This isn't the CERT people, is it?
Yes.
Are they
Yes.
involved with this too? Because don't they do disaster and?
Yes.
Mhm.
Does that stand for Community Emergency Response Team?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we would bring them into this as well. I don't have my notes from my meetings with her. I will draft up notes on these, and some of them, like, we were thinking about bringing in the Conservation Commission on your yard can support climate resiliency, bringing in farmers to the local food systems, and the CERT folks and the fire chief and stuff on the climate disaster one.
Mhm.
It's great. Getting all these still people involved.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Now, did you have more than one farmer here?
Yes,
Do you have like, there's
I heard-
Parley's, there's Tyngs's Farm?
I was thinking of Bear Hill,
Bear Hill
Parley,
Farm.
Times, and maybe we could even ask Blood Farm that does
In
the
Groton?
meat,
Yeah.
maybe we could even ask them. But I got an initial, like, yeah, as long as I'm not in the middle of planting season from Doug Times.
Right.
So he's the only one I've had a chance to talk to.
Talk to him.
One of my students has a farm. That's what he went into. It's in Groton.
Oh, yeah?
Chad,
What's the name of it?
I don't remember the name of the farm.
What student?
Chad, this kid Chad I had.
Chad.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
I should find out.
yeah.
Ben,
Okay,
or
so
his
those are
name
the
is
topics.
Farmer.
I'll send you something, I'll send you my notes on this. But I wanted to check and make sure you guys agree with those 3 topics. Okay, energy. Homework's energy, updated numbers.
Yep.
Appliance trade-in program, that's what you were
Yeah,
talking
so
about.
that's what we were working on. There are a lot right now for like refrigerator recycling, rebates for that, rebates for our new windows, rebates for the heat pumps and AC source. And then the heat pump installation and energy efficient appliances for the income restricted families, both were up to 100% off. So
Wow.
even getting new energy efficient appliances.
Wow,
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And that is awesome.
that's
And
really,
then the regular, like the 75 to 100% off installation, no cost air seal leaking,
yeah,
sealing that. So I do have a list that, we can put together with the list that Tony
okay.
put together.
cool.
You have mine, so you can take mine and add it to yours,
Yep.
or, what's,
Okay,
because I was looking at, there's so many things. You start looking at it, and then you've got the
you get
e-bike
down the rabbit
voucher.
hole.
You get the electrical lawn equipment now is you get vouchers for that. And there is, it's like, where do you start? The no-cost assessment is a good starting point.
Yeah.
So, with National Grid territory in Massachusetts, there's just so many programs.
yeah,
The list, we talked about 5 last time we met, and I ended up with 12. I missed
Wow.
the delivery rate discount that
Yeah.
you just mentioned,
yeah,
which is new.
yeah.
And sometimes they don't, if you're looking at one program, it won't necessarily tell you about the other program.
Next,
Yeah,
right.
so you gotta go find all these
This
programs.
is why we're trying to do this for the
Yeah.
residents.
So it's good that we're,
That's great,
talking.
yeah. And then,
Because
the
there's a lot of,
dehumidifier
Yes,
one also, of course, so at least we're bringing that to zero wastage to help
that's great.
get rid of those.
So those dehumidifiers have to be in working order in order to get the
They
rebate?
do say working
Okay.
condition,
Okay.
plug it in
Are they
and
gonna
turn
plug
it
them in
on.
there and check?
I don't know that they will,
Yeah.
So are we going to put a document or a flyer together that will list all these different programs with like contact information about different websites?
Where to
you
go
can-
for more
Where
information?
to go for, but
We're just gonna do like a
You said was-
disclaimer that these programs change
Right,
regularly.
right, you have to get online and look,
Mhm.
but, this is a lot.
Yeah,
it is.
and if you
Right.
guys
Yeah.
If you put do you know how to do tiny URLs?
No.
Because I was gonna say, when we give them a pointer to somewhere, we could come up with we could put a tiny URL for each one, so it's not these addresses that go on forever. It's just
Oh, okay.
Just a little.
humidifier dot, we can call it humidifier dot info or something, and then send, okay, that'd be great.
And then Homeworks did do, that letter that I sent out,
Yeah,
so that should be arriving to people shortly.
okay,
They were adding in the verbiage about being at Zero Waste Day too, to help promote that.
good,
And then they did send me another letter that, as long as we're good with, they're gonna send out, they're gonna get it in the lineup to send out at the beginning of 2026 also,
okay,
to help promote the program with the other incentives that they know we definitely will have for next year.
that's great,
So,
okay.
So will we have a new paper to put in the welcome packets? Or just keep what we have?
I can do, you know what, even like this one, that's going to go out for 2026. All of the things that are on here are available right now, so I could just forward you a copy of this one, and they could start going into the flyers.
Okay,
I mean, into the packets, because,
Okay.
and it does have our website with the direct link to there,
okay,
Great,
so,
okay, that's good,
okay.
I'll pass that around if you wanna.
Yeah.
check it out. So that's the one that'll go out for the beginning of 2026, this is the one that's going out now.
So we should all be getting that in the mail?
Yes, both of them you'll get in the mail.
Yeah.
The first one will look prettier, like they haven't
Right.
prettied it up
Right,
yet
right.
with that draft. They were adding Zero Waste Day into it and making it look more like the
The
other
other one,
one,
yeah.
more formal, they'll add the seal and all of that information, so.
Awesome. So
that's
will that
great.
be out by the end of the month?
Yes,
The
because
end of
it's
this
going
month.
to be, it should be out by the end of the month, because I know that they were just waiting for Mass Save to approve the final draft, and then they would send them right out.
Huh.
And usually it doesn't take them too long to
Do
go
that.
through that process and get them out.
Okay.
He was sure that it would get out before, with plenty of time before Zero Waste Day.
Okay,
And then
Awesome.
to speed it along for next year, having that other one ready to go. So,
Okay, very good. All right, National Grid cost savings programs, I think we've talked about all this and we're summarizing
Yeah,
it.
and it says even if you don't have your entire house with the heat pump,
Yeah,
even if you just have some mini
Exactly.
splits in your basement or attic, you
still
should be
get-
eligible, according
Yes.
to the article I'm reading. So
Yeah.
I gotta find the link, get some of the details on it, but that's
Yeah,
great.
you can just have like some people that have added a heat pump for air conditioning, that counts as having a heat pump.
Right.
And they
If it's a
get
heat pump.
reduced delivery rate, even though
Right.
they're not using it for the
For the
heat,
Yeah.
they still can get a reduction.
And this is only for new ones?
I don't know.
No, if you
No,
have a heat
yeah.
pump in your house, period,
Yeah, if you have a heat pump,
yeah,
yeah, you just gotta go,
You-
elect to get onto that. You probably gotta call National Grid.
yeah, you
When you-
probably, you
yeah.
probably have to send in like your model information or something,
Right.
or a serial number, so they can validate that you have them.
Okay.
Supposedly, if you got your heat pump through their programs, they already know you
Already.
have a heat pump and your rate will go down automatically.
Yeah.
But if you didn't buy it through the program, then you have to let them know you have one. That's what I understood, so,
nice bonus.
yeah,
So you get on the National Grid website.
yeah, yeah. And so, I don't think we need to talk about the cost savings programs, because we've talked about that and we're summarizing that. All right, number 5, education and outreach, new resident packets.
well delivered except for the for Enclave that aren't ready yet.
I added more today.
She does that.
Sorry.
You always do that to me. That's okay, that's fine. I got all new materials.
I
and
realized I
stuff, so-
didn't update it in a few weeks, so.
That's okay,
We did have 12 more that went in today.
Wow.
okay.
I'm just always amazed at how much
Yeah,
there's just constant moving.
constant. And I drive around, it's like, okay, that's gonna be coming soon, that's
That
gonna be
one's
coming
going.
soon, that's gonna be coming soon, remember where they are.
Did I don't know what road it's on. It would be Lawndale, I guess, Road. The Sherburne family house it's now been painted blue. I think it might have sold, but it looks like it's being redone to
Ready.
resell it again.
I'll have to look into it.
Okay. I don't know what the address is. Okay, so thank you guys. Thank you for continuing to do that. I'll update the numbers, how many we've done and stuff.
Okay.
The bridge. What do we want to do about submitting things for the bridge? At the very least, we want to submit our information, but I'm wondering if we should supply them a monthly, like, sustainability corner or something.
You
And
like what we're doing?
give like we used to do, but these would be briefer because it's a smaller
Yeah,
newsletter. But
It's very brief.
just little facts.
Yeah, it
Well,
isn't.
well, it's
Even
brief
just,
because,
even promoting all the next coming events.
That's what I said, at a
Yeah.
minimum, we're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
do
Something little
right,
and then.
and it has to be submitted by the 10th of the month, just
by the
like
10th of the month, so by the 10th of November,
October for November. So we've already missed October.
So you could do that.
Oh.
Put the zero waste
Is
day
it, they're
in.
sticking with the same deadlines, but it's for the next month.
Well, that's what it was before, too.
Right.
Well, I thought it would be quicker because it's
Because it's
only,
electronic.
yeah, it's electronic,
Hmm.
because it doesn't have to get
So
mailed
we
out.
missed the Repair Cafe one, that's.
Not waiting on
oh,
print
We don't know
time.
if it has.
Right, you're not waiting on all
So
that.
zero waste day can go in there, right?
We probably should verify that, like, does it make sense to put in Repair Cafe if we put it in the 10th of the month and it's not out before that, it doesn't make sense, but
You don't know exactly when it comes out. And they do have hard copies in the library.
Right.
It just came out. I remember reading it recently. Just came out.
Yeah.
Maybe it
I
came out,
didn't
to
see
say,
it
what,
yet.
the 16th?
I mean,
Maybe it
you
came
could-
out around the 10th,
Even, you could put in there
the bridge.
information about it and the date, even if it is going to come out a little bit late, and
Mhm.
just write, watch for our next one in the spring.
Oh, that's a good
You
idea.
know, offered twice a
Mhm.
year, or
Yeah.
Mhm.
for both of them. So if they
Right.
do read it too late, then they know that there's another one coming.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
good idea.
okay.
Because a lot of people will think stuff like that is just once a year.
Mhm.
And then maybe they'll actually hold on to that until, if it's, you know, if it's only like 4 months, not
Right.
12.
Right,
Might
right.
make a
Right,
difference.
right.
Okay.
6 months. Every 6 months we'll do it, yeah.
Okay. That sounds good. And I also thought, I think we kind of lost track last year of putting things into the school newsletters, because they're happy to add it to the newsletters that go out. And so again, we should be sending these flyers.
They've been putting our flyers in.
Oh, so maybe Keith has been submitting them.
Yeah, they've been showing up in the elementary
Oh, good.
newsletter.
Oh, that's good to
For
hear.
Zero Waste Day and everything.
Oh, good, okay.
Okay, maybe Keith was doing that.
Yeah,
And I don't see them anymore, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
They do put them in.
Okay. Okay, good. Resident survey I have. I think we've decided, let's let that go for now. All right,
Yeah, I think if we're gonna do another survey ever, we need to collect their email addresses. Because then we've got a way to communicate
Mhm.
everything that we're doing and promote the events and have them promote the events.
yeah,
You know, like if we're sending them to our Facebook page and
Mhm.
saying, share this and show up,
right.
we'll have better turnout for everything. If we don't
Yeah, it was
capture
hard to
any of
make it
that,
an
then-
anonymous survey and ask for an email.
Well, we could do, like, the last thing could be, you know, we understand we said anonymous. However, if you want to be,
Right.
you know, updated on our events, please
Well,
send your email address.
Why don't we
And I
just
mean, unless
start,
they're, like,
why don't we just start
smack talking us. then,
collecting
you know.
emails?
Right.
Why can't we just start that at the Health and Safety Fair and at Zero
Mhm.
Waste Day?
Have like a sign-up sheet.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
Hmm.
I think
To
that's
be
a better
notified.
idea.
If they know that they're not gonna get junk mail and they're just going to get
Right.
updated with when we're having an event, then
Mm-hmm.
they're likely to share the information.
Okay, yeah, let's create something that we start collecting emails from folks, and then we can,
Otherwise, it's
Send it
just
out to
lost
them.
opportunities.
yeah. Okay, All right, I like that. All right, so I just wanted to share with you, I attended this webinar, online webinar called End of Life Solar Panels, Navigating the First Wave. What are we gonna do when all these panels start to get to the end of their life? And so a couple of interesting things I learned I wanted to share with you. First of all, do you know where they say that the solar panel's life is 30 years. Where did the 30 years come from? Does anybody know that?
No.
It turns out that whenever you sell something to the federal government, whenever there's a contract, you have to say how long that device that they're buying from you is going to last, right? And so when the first panels were being bought by the federal government, the first people who sold them were like, well, we have no idea. So they looked at the 286 computer from the 80s, and they had put 30 years for those, so they just put 30 years because they had no idea. So there really isn't any science to this 30-year lifetime. We really don't know when these panels are going to reach their end of life, right? So I thought that was interesting.
Very.
And then I listened to this gentleman the company's called Good Point, and they're in Vermont, but they also have plants in Brockton and Springfield. And they've been a recycler for years of like CRTs and through the years through tech years. Now they're doing solar panels. But what they do is they take in the solar panels, they test them to see if they still have life in them. Even if they're down to 60% or 70%, they can still generate power. And so then what they're doing is sending these some of it is they're donating them, and each one's working at half of its capacity, but they're free, so they're finding ways to put them back into use. But a big market that's starting to develop is in Africa, where they have these entrepreneurs around Africa that are starting to take advantage of reusing these solar panels. Because a lot of times, sometimes like even when you have a solar field, when people buy into community solar, well, their space is limited. So when their panels are like at 80%, it's worth it for them to put the new technology in and get more energy out of the same space. So they want to get rid of those ones that are still producing at 80%. They can cost justify it. So there are these folks popping up around Africa that are taking these solar panels from Good Point is working on this, and then repurposing them down in Africa, because right now they don't have any more ability their need for electricity is going up and up and up, right? Because they're starting to urbanize parts of the country, but they can't get any more hydroelectric power because they don't have any more rivers to dam up. So it's primarily diesel electric that they're using. So there's a good market for these solar panels that are being sold at reduced rates because they don't have as much life. And so like, for example, and then some little businesses don't have the money to even buy a solar panel. So one of these companies is getting into the business of renting solar to these businesses. So if you're like a barber shop, you don't need a lot of electricity, but there are always brownouts that happen. So if the electricity goes out, you can't be cutting people's hair, right? Even though you don't need a lot, you need some. So they can easily justify paying rent so that when the brownout happens, they can continue to cut the hair while the ones down the street can't because they don't have, solar panels. And so it's really interesting to see that they're coming up with all these ways, and it's helping to build out their electricity infrastructure down there in Africa. Yeah. And the other interesting one was my son he had a Model Y Tesla, and it got rear-ended. There was like this big backup, and the car got rear-ended and totaled. I mean, it's amazing. The car stopped him from hitting the car in front of him, but it spun around, and so it was declared total, which I guess they declare electric cars here total much more quickly than regular cars because they're afraid of the battery. So he was able to follow this. It went into this big yard and was there for a couple of months, And now it has finally just shown up in Ukraine. And they're buying our junked electric vehicles over in Ukraine and then fixing them and using them. So it's amazing. So he can see it where it's like just outside of Kyiv. It's shown up there. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
So I think that's good news that all of this stuff isn't just going into landfills. That they are repurposing a lot of it.
Okay.
So that's it. And the other interesting part was they said the price of electricity has gone up 40% over the past 5 years, which I think we've all seen that in our bills, right?
Yeah, and why? Because of the demand for electricity, because of all these, all the big warehouses they're building for storage, for computer storage, is that one of the reasons why?
Demand versus supply is
Yeah.
probably a big part of
Yeah.
it. Plus, they think they're having to build up the infrastructure to be
Yeah.
able to carry heavier and heavier loads of
Mhm.
electricity. So, but yeah, I think you're right. Some of those big computer farms that are needed for generating AI and stuff are demanding a lot more electricity.
Yeah. So, the companies that are running the AI should be paying for, we shouldn't be all paying for it, they should be paying for it, they're the ones that want it.
Well, they're paying for what they're using,
Right.
but they're also doing a lot of solar too,
Yeah.
to be able to supply some of their own electricity. Yeah, so that's
Interesting, thank you.
my interesting fact for the few facts. Correspondence, I don't have any. Does anybody have any they want to share? All right, next order of business is to approve the July 2025 meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the
Second.
July 2025 meeting minutes.
Motion by Kristen, second by Carol. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstaining? So unanimous.
Is it the 16th? Is that the right?
16th, today.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at
the
the
next
wrong
one's on
date.
October
The
16th.
next
Yeah.
meeting would be the 14th.
On the 14th, okay.
No, is it?
October 16th is a Thursday.
Did I just make it October and
Yeah, I
Yeah.
said
Change
October
the month.
16th.
It's the 21st,
October 14th?
21st.
we meet the third
The
Tuesday.
3rd, so the
That's the
21st, October
21st.
21st.
Oh, geez, we don't even meet before Repair Cafe.
Aye.
Yeah, October 21st. By the way, I was at the recycling center before coming here, dropping off some compost, and there was a mattress leaning against the
Yes,
Oh, I
I
saw
saw
two
that.
mattresses
two
there,
mattresses
leaning up against the scrap metal.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, oh boy.
Did they do that because they thought maybe the box springs were in there or some kind of springs?
That's
or-
what I
They
was
didn't
thinking
want to
the
have to.
same
No, they
pay to
did
get
it
rid
because
of
they didn't
them.
want to pay to have it removed.
So now what happens to that?
Well, they have surveillance, they have camera videos. They could probably figure out who did it.
Yeah, hopefully they will.
And then go, we've had cameras there.
Right.
There was also a big box
Right.
left outside one of the
Yeah.
cardboard containers. So I took a picture of it, and it does have who the addressee is that didn't flatten it and put it away. And it happens to be one of our neighbors, so
Oh.
you and I will maybe talk to them about it.
Yeah,
Um,
it's the best thing to
and-
do, talk to them.
And the other problem is that the cardboard container has a sticker on it that says single-stream recycling, and it's saying you could put like cans and
Oh,
bottles.
no, I
So
didn't notice that.
Yeah, so
Huh.
they've got to cover that because somebody Republic just left a container there that they shouldn't have left there. You know what I mean? Like it shouldn't have that sign on it, so I'll send that in
To them,
to the highway department to cover
and
it.
have them cover that up.
Yeah, yeah, just in case.
I didn't notice
All
that.
right, I know I said the meeting was over, so, all right, next meeting is October 21st. Does anybody have anything else they want to discuss? Okay, can I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion
Adjourn.
to adjourn. I'll make the motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion by Kristen, second by Carol. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstaining, and that is unanimous at 7:23. All right, thank you. Good evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Karen.